Hey everyone, it's VeilChomp back at it with another Awaken Chaos Era video. And as you see in the top left, we are back with another one person's account, and we are on MilkNZ's account. You all liked that account takeover video quite a bit, so I decided to go ahead and do another one. And here we have someone who's a decent spender in the game, and they're not super far along the game. They're only level 47, but they are struggling a little bit with the dungeons. They have not managed to clear above a stage 10 so far. And they are only on, I think, Endless Trials 50. Yes, we're on Endless Trials 50. We haven't cleared 60 or 70, which is super important. They're not super far along Void Tower Hard. They're only on 6. So really what we're going to try to do here is just give them a functioning arena team. Doesn't have to be super great, just a functioning one. And then we also want to at least try to get to one stage 12 clear here, probably with Queens because it's the easiest one of the three. Now, obviously, we have quite a decent Ash team in the making here, so we might try to do Ash 12 as well. And then, maybe we could try a Void Tower Hard 6 here, and then see and give them some advice on, what characters to use in Void Tower. So let's go ahead and head into Milk's collection here. Now, they have quite a few characters here. As we said earlier, they're decent spenders, so they have like a triple Ascension Evra here. They have many characters, many legendaries to play with, and many epics to play with. So we have quite a bit of choices ahead of us. And so I think the first thing that we ought to do is at least get a functioning Zatlux here. And the reason for this is Zatlux is going to be used in so many different comps. He's going to be used in Endless Trials, he's going to be used in Arena, hopefully. He's going to be used in Campaign. So he's a real staple. So I do think that Zatlux is a priority to build, especially on these, early mid-game accounts. But we can go just check here. This is all the campaign gear. So they don't have really like amazing gear yet. So we have to be careful with the gear we're using. Evra isn't even built. And we don't really have too much gear on a lot of our characters, like Nathali over here. I believe I saw, 4-star piece here. So we could definitely work on this gear a little bit. Hopefully we have some good pieces that I can check out, and we will see. But the first thing off is we're going to try to build out Zatlux. I'm going to go ahead and de-gear everyone here, and then just come back, and we're going to try to build out Zatlux first. So I went ahead and de-geared all of their characters so far, and we're just going to go jump into the gear selection screen, and we have quite a bit of pieces to work with now. So for Zatlux, really we just want high attack, high crit damage, prefer high crit damage ring because he only needs 70% crit right here. And so let's just go ahead and see if we can get that here. Again, we are not running with the best pieces, but we do have some solid pieces here. Like this Rage Boots is pretty good. Crit rate, speed, precision, all those are really nice stats. We actually want to get about 120 precision on Zatlux, which will help him not be deflected ever, as we went over in our previous video. So if we can get that, that would be nice. Now, let's see here. We don't really have amazing pieces. This is probably the best piece I see. We also have a 6-star neck here, which is actually could be quite decent. So I'm just going to drop this one on Zatlux. Again, you really want him to get to those thresholds where he can actually kill units. So let's just check out the crit rate pieces on his other pieces, just to see if he's actually got enough crit rate to run a crit damage ring. So we have a really nice piece here. It's plus 15. This one's a really nice piece. Actually, I'm going to take this to plus 12 real quick just to see if we can get a really nice roll here. Yeah, we can use that. Not too worried about some of these pieces because they're going to get much better pieces in the long run. Okay, we rolled focus. It's not great, but it'll be fine for this. We have 42% crit rate, so now we just need to find a little bit more crit rate in some of the other subs here. This one rolls attack, defense, not super great. This one's triple crit rate roll. Okay, we're going to grab that actually, and we're just going to see if we can find, maybe we have a crit damage ring here with a crit substat. This one's speed, health, defense. This one's, doesn't look like we have a crit damage ring with crit rate substats, but that should work there. And then let's see here. Nothing too great. We can get our max crit rate for sure. But before I decide on any of that, I'm actually going to bring this neck up to plus 12 if we can. Because we really want to see if we can roll So I went ahead and brought that ring to plus 12, or the amulet to plus 12, and we rolled double flat attack and or flat stats here with attack and health. Pretty unlucky. So no crit rate roll there. Let's see what these boots here. We're gonna roll these to plus 12 as well, and try to get a solid roll here into that crit rate. Let's see, are these boots worth keeping? We'll keep these boots. I'm not quite sure what they're running with right now, but a lot of these pieces are not great. So we're just gonna upgrade this to plus. Oh well, I guess we cannot. Let's see. There we go. Plus 12. Roll crit rate for me, please. All right, rolled crit rate. That's great. That's perfect. We're going to roll this ring up now, at least to plus 9. We may just keep it at plus 9. Let's see this ring. Not a huge fan of this ring. We'll keep that one because it is upgraded quite a bit. We really don't like attack percent rings. So I'm just going to use that in this right here. I'm just going to use the ring to upgrade this to plus 9. Hopefully we get a speed, maybe a crit rate. We got precision. That's great, actually. I'm actually going to bring this to 11 for sure. It's good enough, definitely, to bring to 11, or 12 here, not 11. So we're going to bring that to 12. Maybe we roll precision or speed. We rolled speed. That's great. So we have a really, really solid set. 156 speed is not bad at all, with no raider sets. 208 crit damage. We have another chest piece that we can look for. We need to get 5% crit rate somewhere. We should be able to do that, no problem. This is 5% crit rate there. Let's just see what other pieces we have. This is 8%, but we're kind of wasting that crit rate stat. This is 8%. Again, we're wasting that crit rate stat. This is 12. I'm going to go with this piece. I'm just going to bring it up to plus 9 here. And don't really care if it rolls crit rate. We would prefer it roll crit attack. Okay, so roll crit rate. So now we might want to run a different piece. Maybe like this one, or this one actually is health, attack, crit rate. So we're going to run that one because it's the perfect amount of crit rate. So now we're at 70%, which is perfect. 3.4k attack, not bad at all, with plus 12 pieces here. And then we have 208% crit damage. So that was pretty quick. And we're just going to run that on our Zatlux. Go ahead and lock that in. Again, this gear isn't amazing, but we do really want to heavily prioritize 6-star pieces. And so now that we have Zatlux built, what do we build next? So now that we have Zatlux, in a decent spot. So now we have Zatlux in a decent spot. Let's go ahead and try to get Milk's Queen 12 team running here. We have quite a few characters to work with here. So Hakron immediately comes out. I think Valuk as well. We also have Mythasia down here and Desmond. And I'm sure most of you have seen my previous Desmond video. I'm a huge fan. We could actually run Desmond, perhaps. Maybe you take Desmond up to 6 stars and run Desmond. But I think what we try to do first is just run some characters that Milk has already built up. So I think that's going to be Santis, Blackhorn, and then Hakron and Valuk. I think that is a solid team. It's Poison Comp. I think it should work. So we're going to go ahead and try to build up each of these characters. Now, I think the first one we should try to build up is definitely Santis, because she will die really quickly. So let's just go ahead and try to build that up. Let's just check if the glyphs are maxed. Okay, the glyphs are maxed. So we're just going to try and get a curse set on her if we can. It's still good. But if they don't have good curse pieces here, I'm just going to run a, standard health build, or health, defense, health, and then just get as much stats as possible so she can survive. So let's go ahead and just check out this main stats here. We have HP percent here. I kind of want to reserve a really solid HP set for Blackhorn if we can. But we have a curse set here with crit rate, defense, resistance. I like this piece, 32% HP. Not bad at all. Again, we're going to check out these health pieces. Maybe we can get a health with focus here, because we do need quite a bit of focus as well. This is a cursed piece, though, with focus. I'm just going to slap that on. Again, we might be able to piece together a curse set here on accident. Let's see here. Speed. This has focus. I like that so far. Defense with focus. That's also not bad. Health. Okay. All right. I'm immediately looking at this piece with focus. And then after that, let's just kind of go through here. We're looking for focus. We're going to hide the equip because all the gear is off, and we don't really want to steal from Zatlux. So let's just look at some of these curse pieces. Focus, crit rate, health. This is perfect. I'm just going to slap that on. And then we're going to look for more focus. We want maybe a little bit more focus here. This is perfect. This is honestly a perfect piece anyways. So we're just going to bring this to +9. Let's just bring that to +9 real quick. All right, let's see what it rolls. Hopefully we get, okay, we got focus. That's fine. That's fine. We're at 64%. That's plenty. So now we just run, we're looking for HP percent, preferably on some of these pieces. This is high HP percent. This is high HP percent. This is another cursed piece with high HP percent. This is really solid gear, honestly, for Santis. So we're just gonna run. I want to reserve the revival sets. So we will just run, I guess, this piece. Maybe we have a different piece here, but these are honestly all really solid pieces. Maybe we have a different piece that we can run instead of this, just pure focus. I could try to check maybe an HP percent here. This one is triple flat defense, focus, HP. Okay, maybe this piece is a little bit better than this one. We're losing out on a little bit of focus, but we don't need that much focus. And then this one has more HP, and it will have less attack. And that actually might be important for Hakron to try to get more attack than Santis. It might actually be really difficult for someone to essentially have more attack than Santis. We really don't want Santis to be targeted by the Queen. So that's actually an important thing, having this weapon at a low level. So we're going to equip that, and we're just going to go check her overall stats real quick. Whoop, that's the wrong one. 17k HP almost, 1100 defense, 159 speed. This is really solid for a Santis with this level of gear. So we're going to move on to, I believe the next hardest one to be built is going to be Hakron. So we're just going to build out Hakron real quick. So what do we want on Hakron? I'd prefer if he can actually go first. That would be the ideal situation, and because then we can start stacking that max HP immediately. But it's not a huge deal. But first, we're going to start off with defense percent. We really want to get as much defense on him as possible. That's secondary stat. Whoops. We want defense main stat. And we have here, this is a Terror Ring. This might be really solid. Defense with health and speed, resistance. This is actually a really solid piece. It's in a Vanguard set as well. See if we can bring this to +12. Actually, let's just check these other pieces as well. Focus, defense, speed. Actually, this is a 6-star piece. I'm really liking this. You actually want a little bit of focus because you might use Hakron for his taunt later on. So let's just go ahead and drop some. We don't really use attack rings at all. I'm just going to drop that in. I'm not super worried about, losing that one. So let's just go ahead and drop that in. Maybe we roll another speed, and that's pretty good. Main stat, defense percent. Again, let's just check this out. Okay. That's actually not bad. Maybe we can check the health percentage ones, see if there's any good health percentage ones. This is actually a really perfect piece. It's going to get the Vanguard set, which is perfect. And it's going to have defense percent in the subs. So I'm actually going to keep that on Hakron. And then we're just going to go through. They have a lot of Vanguard sets. Let's just see. Focus, defense. Okay, I like that. This is defense, focus, defense. Okay. These are good substats for Hakron in general, so I'm not skipping out on anything really. Now this is somewhere where we could look for maybe a defense percentage, different piece of gear here. Not great. This one's a really solid piece, an Terra set. Maybe we could find something with speed here in a Terra set. Not quite. These speed boots are, there's nothing really here in really good speed. This piece is actually not bad. Defense, focus. I think we should just go straight up for stats here. So just check the defense percentage ones. Okay, this one is +15 already, but this isn't a Terra set right here, and it's at +10. Let's go ahead and use this one. Okay, upgrade that. Resistance is really solid on Hakron as well, so I'm not too worried about that. We got focus. This is fine. 61% focus is really good enough to land the taunts. 2.4k defense is not bad at all. And then 14k HP is really solid actually as well. So we're just going to slap that on Hakron and then move on to the other characters. I'm going to just really quickly give you the overview of the rest of the builds because I don't know if everyone wants to see me gear up characters forever. But if you do want to see me gear up characters forever, let me know in the comments for the future ones, because I will, put in extra footage, but I will be going over all the builds. So let me just go ahead and see if I can gear up both Blackhorn and Valuk, and I'll come back. I just quickly wanted to go over the build for Blackhorn. It was pretty simple to build out. Oop, I just did that again. But we have 18k HP. Remember, this is a 5-star unit. They do have triple ascension, but not bad for a 5-star unit at all. And again, that's pretty much all we really focus on for Hakron, or for Blackhorn rather. Now, we do not have the glyphs completely maxed out here as well, which may cause us some problems here, but I don't think it'll cause too many problems. Also, we can 6-star Blackhorn. And also, I just wanted to show you this boots. Triple attack percent roll, 34% attack on a health percent boots. This is kind of insane. I just wanted to show you all that. I thought it was pretty cool. So we're just going to go ahead and build out Valuk next. So I just wanted to show you Valuk's build here. And we did end up getting a curse set on him, which is fine. Just like Santis, you kind of want a curse set on him because he can apply that poison on basic. And so curse set is really solid. But Valuk's stats, 10 or about 11k HP, 1200 defense. So he's much squishier. He's got 52% focus, but he's much squishier than anyone else on the team. Now he is wood character, so hopefully this won't be a problem for him. But we will find out whether or not this is good enough between all of our characters and between Hakron's trait. So we have them built out. So we're just gonna go ahead and quickly run them through Queen 11 and see how they do. I'm really interested to see if this actually works. So it looks like he was running this exact team, which is really solid to see. So we're going to see what went wrong here, honestly. I don't know why he wasn't able to clear stage 11. I don't know if the builds were just not there. But, well, the first thing I noticed is I think we should be turning off Valuk's skills, or definitely turn off Valuk's skills, but perhaps turn off Santis' skills. Here, we will see, because Santis does do a little bit better with her skills if she has, another poisoner on the team. But honestly, it'd probably be worth just to turn off her skills, and I'm going to go ahead and do that personally. So we're going to just run through this. I think we should be fine here. I'm going to just let it run, and we'll see if it actually ends up working. And I'll skip ahead just so we don't have to watch all of the waves here, because it will be a little tedious and it'll be a little long. So we're on the boss stage, and as you can see, our Santis is taking the Aqua Cage there. And we may have to glyph up some units, because I know some units are not glyphed out. Mind you, these are 3 5-star units, and that's probably the biggest culprit that we cannot get, the higher amount of attack on these other units, simply because Santis has the higher base stats. So we may actually have to, maybe 6-star unit, glyph up a unit, or maybe just level up someone's weapon quite a bit, or maybe find out an attack percentage substat somewhere. In order for Santis to keep going, we really would want that on either Blackhorn or Hakron. But it may actually not end up being the end of the battle. We'll have to see if it actually works on Queen 12. Again, this is only Queen 11, but even this is an improvement because we were not able to beat it before. So this is already a nice start to the improvement of the account. Now, I also noticed that the targeting was a little off, so I changed up the targeting. And again, I don't think we should have any problems beating 11 here. The real question is this team good enough to beat 12? I'm not quite sure if it is able to beat 12. I'm pretty sure that it's not going to be 100% consistent. So we'll have to see, though, in our first couple of rounds. But I'm going to let this run for a little while, and I'll be back when, we're closer to beating the stage. We did end up losing Santis from the just true damage from the Aqua Cage. So this actually might be a loss. And if it is, we do know what the problem is. Really easy. We just need to get someone with higher attack than Santis. But I think Valuk might be able to finish it here. So we'll see whether or not Valuk actually has the damage to finish this off. So we're a little farther along now, and looks like we won't have a problem finishing it. It's a little dicey, as you can see. And the next person that's going to take the Aqua Cage is Blackhorn. So we'll actually see if we can get Blackhorn the ability to, get a little bit more attack so Santis isn't taking that Aqua Cage all the time, because it does do a ton of damage. if you're not able to get it off, and especially if it's on someone like Santis, who's already decently squishy comparatively to someone like Blackhorn or Hackran. We'll see, though. We may actually end up wanting it on Hackran because of his such high defense, because Blackhorn is a little close to dying now, so we'll see. So we ended up beating 11, but I do think we should go back into the gear and see if we can get that, you know, a little bit extra attack from Blackhorn or Hackran in order to outscale the Santis. I believe she had 1600 attack, which is a decently high number, actually. So maybe she has a little bit too much attack percentage from some of the gear pieces. Let's go ahead and check. We have attack there, flat attack. We have attack there. We have attack there, precision. And then we have just the weapon here, which puts her at, so yeah, about 1600. And then we have Blackhorn, who's the next highest, who's at 1400. And then we have Hackran, who I think is the optimal one to get targeted here. He's at 1400 as well. So actually, Hackran's not too far, but we do have a plus 12 weapon here. So it might be pretty difficult to get him there. Let's see here. Let's see if the glyphs... Okay, we have a maxed out set of glyphs here. A little unfortunate actually that we have a maxed out glyphs here. We would prefer that this glyph didn't, you know, isn't on Santis, because it's actually a detriment overall, especially to building a queen team like this. Just see if Blackhorn's glyphs are maxed out. So Blackhorn's glyphs are not maxed out. So I'm just going to go ahead and farm up this one right here for the plus 80 attack. And then after we do that, we're going to go ahead and see if we can just plus up this piece of gear and then get Blackhorn to the one that we are targeting with the, you know, Aqua Cage, and see if that helps anything. We might actually have to 6-star him, and I might do that actually as well. So before we go ahead and just start farming a bunch of campaign in order to get those glyphs, I'm just going to go ahead and build out Evra and perhaps Windstrex, and then we're going to have the basis of an arena comp. We're going to have Evra, Zatlex, which is really solid because a lot of the characters are going to be water in the arena right now. And then we might build out a third one, maybe Nathalia will come in. Perhaps Tia will be built out because she's actually a really solid character for arena here and will help out quite a bit. I'm not quite sure yet, but we will definitely be building out Evra, especially because we have a triple ascension here. So we have the trait, which is really, really nice. And we have the health and attack here. So we're definitely going to want to build out Evra. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that and come back after we're done. I just wanted to go ahead and show her build. She's at 173% crit damage, 4200 attack, 115 speed, and 104% crit rate. This is an excellent build. She also has a little bit of focus, which is really nice because she has a defense down now with her trait with the new buffs to Evra. This is a really solid build. We also have some upgrades that we can make. Definitely some really, really solid upgrades. This is a really excellent piece for her, as well as this one. Pretty much this whole gear set is kind of meant for Evra now because of the new changes that she wants focus. So we definitely want to get those pieces up. And we're just going to go ahead and build out Tia now, or actually Windstrex first. That way we can get some speed gear, and then we're going to build out Tia next. So we finished off Windstrex build, and 221 speed, it's not bad. Obviously, it could be a little bit better, and we actually don't have the ability maxed out here, but it's only the basic, so I will let, you know, Milk decide whether or not they want to finish that. Now we do have Tia here, and her abilities aren't maxed out, but it's not necessarily super important for her abilities to be maxed out, especially for arena. But let's see here. Do we have the correct dungeon? Because I might just tell them to start farming the crystals. So we have Wrath of Blood in tomorrow. Okay, so I'm actually going to build out Tia and then recommend that they level up their skills and that we use Tia because it will help in Void Tower, help in Endless Trials, it'll help in Arena. So this is kind of the perfect character because we don't really need, and we also aren't completely done with campaign. So she'll help in all those areas specifically for the kind of comp that we're building. So we're just going to try to get some speed on her. And then after speed, we're going to try to get, you know, but just focus and maybe fluff her up with some crit rate, crit damage. Because I do like that build on Tia. But this is the perfect boots. We're just going to upgrade these to like +9 or so. Because 6-star boots are really, really useful. So I'm going to come back when we're done with Tia's build here. So we have Tia at 157 speed, 71% crit rate, 48.5% focus. We're kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel for this gear now. So we're just going to be running this and trying to get Tia to work in Arena. Make sure that they have a consistent Arena comp, but also a campaign farming comp. as well as, you know, we're going to try to finish off this queen team with getting these glyphs for Blackhorn. So let's go ahead and keep farming those glyphs and then come back. I'm also going to test out some arena as well, so maybe I'll do that first, just to see how the arena team's running. We should be fine facing pretty much anyone here. So this was a solid team already, but we're going to be running Evra, and then we're going to be running Tia instead. Let's go ahead and do that. So we should have Zatlux be going before Tia, which is, you know, not ideal, but we have some upgrades that we can run on Tia, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay, Tia is actually faster than Zatlux, which is perfect. This is the ideal comp. This is the same comp that we would be running for campaign as well. So really solid. The ultimate ideal comp would have Evra going before Zatlux, so Zatlux could finish everyone off, but this is perfect. We shouldn't really have a problem here. Yeah, pretty simple. The arena is working well. We do want them to have a working arena comp, so this is good enough. Now let's go ahead and run some campaign, see if we can get some glyphs, and see if we can get that Queen 12 team working. I might have to upgrade some gear, specifically for a Blackhorn, and again, we may have to 6-star him in order for him to survive. So let's go ahead and just get those glyphs and then see where we're at. Went ahead and decided to build Nathalia as well to help us clear out campaign. We do have a triple Ascension Nathalia, so I figured it was worth it. And she's got a decent build, 77% crit rate. We're as I said earlier, we were kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel for some of this gear. So we have a +6 ring here, amulet there, +9 here. There's a lot of improvement we can make just from upgrading to some easier gear levels. And we'll be doing that hopefully over the next couple of weeks. Milk will be doing that, improving his teams and such. So let's go ahead and head into campaign and start farming those glyphs. So I went ahead and I farmed out some Blackhorn glyphs, and we're going to go ahead and upgrade him here. So let's get this 160 defense, is quite a bit actually, and then also 80 attack is nice. And then we're going to go ahead and get that 80 attack, 470 health, and 95 defense. It's quite a huge increase actually. And then on top of that, we can pick up this, which is 100 attack as well, another 100 defense, another 600 HP, speed if we want it, and then the other ones aren't that important. But even right now, we're at 1570, and I believe Santis was like 20 more or so. Let's see here. All right, yeah, she's at, okay, she's only 9 more attack. So just off that, we were able to get, let's just check out Blackhorn's HP. So 800 more HP roughly, about 240 defense. We can actually just try to upgrade his gear real quick. Is this worth bringing it to 12? I'm not quite sure. I think we should just 6-star Blackhorn, to be honest. He's one of the better characters to 6-star on this account. Now, you know, Milk has a ton of characters you want to build up here. I mean, Hakron is an excellent 6-star choice here. Ciara is, Tia is, Cyrus is, and Blackhorn. Because we're running, you know, Void Tower and Queen, and perhaps Ashe, I mean, Blackhorn will fit in all those comps, and, you know, 6-starring him seems kind of like the natural choice. We're probably not going to be short on XP Jelly with, you know, since Milk is a spender, I wouldn't be too worried about 6-starring units, so I'm just going to go ahead and 6-star Blackhorn here, and I will be back once we get all the materials for it. Alright, so we actually completely used up the materials that Milk had, which is kind of insane. We had the almost perfect amount. We have a couple extra, but here we are. Just going to go ahead and 6-star Blackhorn. Now, if you remember, we had about 19k HP. We had about 1200 defense, and we're going to see where that is now. So we gain 1k HP there. We're going to get that attack up, perfect amount, and actual extra defense as well. And we haven't even leveled up Blackhorn to 60 there yet. So let's go ahead and do that real quick, and we'll see what stats we are at. Let's see here. Okay, so now you're at 22k HP, 1362 defense, which is actually insane compared to what we were at before. We gained about 5k HP and 450 defense just from getting the glyphs and 6-starring Blackhorn. Not to mention, we could still get 600 more HP here, 100 more defense, and some more speed. We don't really care about the attack anymore because he's ahead of Santis. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into Queen 12. As I said, we barely beat Stage 11, but with this new improvement, especially with Santis not tanking anymore, I think we should be in a good spot So I'm going to go ahead and let this run. I will play the first, little bit of the wave because, I think mainly most teams are... Oh, we're crashing. Okay, we're going to launch that again, and I will be back. So we're back, and we're just going to head right back into Queen. Kind of funny. This game still needs to work a little bit on their client, but I think once we get the global launch, it will be fixed, so I'm not too worried about it. I mean, it is significantly improved from initial. I don't know if anyone remembers that first week of launch, but honestly, I have not really problems with it anymore. I just think it's more funny at this point. But here we are, and we're just going to let this run out, see how we are doing for this first couple of waves. Now, as I was saying previously, I think the two major points that we want to watch out for teams like this is the first wave and then the boss stage. I think the fail points are if your characters die and then they don't have enough time to stack up that max HP, and then of course on the boss stage, if you don't have enough HP in general to survive those hits coming in from the queen. So we have a lot of improvement that we can make on this team. As I said, Blackhorn isn't the only one with the glyphs not maxed. I believe Hakron is and Santis is, but Blackhorn has some improvement that he can make, which will increase healing, and I believe Valuk has some glyphs that he could finish off that will make him extra tanky. And of course, Valuk and Hakron are both at 50. And then the last thing is Hakron is not even Ascension 2. And then of course, again, on top of all of that, our gear is, plus 9, plus 12, maybe plus 6 in some areas. So we have a ton of improvements that we could make. And I really, really do want to get to Queen 12, at least completed. Maybe not at a 100% success rate, but at least we know that it can be completed. And then those just minor improvements will immediately allow Milk to start farming Queen 12. With the recent changes that they made to Queen 11, though, it doesn't feel too bad to just go ahead and farm Queen 11 because you're getting that 5 and 6 star gear just like you're getting from Queen 12. So it's a good middling point just to be farming Queen 11. And it looks like Valuk is actually taking quite a bit of damage here, which is a little surprising. But, he is one of the squishier members. He is just wood, so, the monsters are less likely to attack, or maybe Valuk is going to be deflecting more often. But I just want to pay attention to certain things, like whether or not our Santis is dying, whether or not Valuk is dying, who's actually taking the most damage, and what is actually causing this run to fail. And so far, it's looking like, Valuk might be a little squishy as a 5-star with, pretty mediocre gear and also not glyphs max. But we're at the max HP times 3. We shouldn't fail until we get to the boss. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip there and let you check out the boss stage. So we're on to the boss stage, and I don't think that we can full out target the boss, even though we have Valuk and he can, get a ton of poisons on the boss. I think it's safer to just go to the right crab and then move on to the middle boss. But we are getting Blackhorn trapped with that Aqua Cage, which is kind of what we wanted. I mean, optimally would be Hakron, that way Blackhorn can still put out the heals, and, we won't get a turn delayed from that. But this should be perfect. Much better than Santis getting trapped by the Aqua Cage. If Santis gets trapped by the Aqua Cage, it reduces our damage by a ton, and she's just taking too much damage, and it's too squishy for that to happen. So this is much, much better so far, and it's looking not too bad at all, especially since during that turn, Blackhorn was CC'd, and our characters only took about a quarter or a third of their HP, at least Santis did. And now Blackhorn's going to get some healing out, so that's really nice to see. And as I said, there's a lot of improvements we can make, and even we could make some of those improvements right here after this, run if we don't succeed, and we could try it again. But it's looking, decently promising right now. Hopefully Blackhorn has a heal right here. He does. So this is looking like, so far, once we get that right crab out, it's going to be much, much more comfortable. So that's nice to see. But they are taking quite a bit of damage. We just need to survive one more hit from the whole round of the enemies, and that right crab is going to die. So that's looking nice so far. Again, we got the Aqua Cage on Blackhorn. I'm just going to go ahead and let this play out for a little while. Okay, the right crab died. So I'm going to go let this play out and I'll come back when, any trouble arises or we get close to finishing this one. So here we are, boss is at 29% HP. This looks like a success to me. I don't think there's anything that really stops us from succeeding at this point. We just pretty much have to wait for another turn and we win. So this is looking pretty good. I don't know if this is a 100% success rate. It looks to me like maybe an 85% success rate. I think there's a chance that we could die at the beginning, and I also think there's a chance we could die at the boss. So, Milk will have to run this quite a bit. I'm not going to be running, 100 runs or something to figure out the exact success rate. But look at that. First clear of stage 12. That's awesome. We got a pretty amazing team right here. So I'm pretty excited about this. We went from stage 10 to stage 12 of Queen. And we also managed to keep a really solid damage dealing squad, build another arena squad that's a little bit better than what Milk was running before. So overall, I would call that a big success for this account takeover. And if you are enjoying these types of videos, please let me know in the comments and like the video, because I personally really enjoy doing these account takeovers. They take forever, but I enjoy doing them. And if you do want your account to get taken over, if you're having a little trouble, join my Discord, send me a message. I might not be able to get to it for a little while, but I will try to find time, maybe 3-4 hours on a day where I'm having some extra free time and complete your account. So I'm going to head this account back over to Milk and let him know the good news. And that'll be it for this video. I hope to see you for the next one.